Hello and welcome to the Mal and Johnny Show. Well, we took a couple of weeks off over the summer, but we're back. And we're back with a bit of a bang, Johnny, because you've had an interesting weekend. You've got a busy couple of weeks coming up as well. Tell us what you went to last week.
Well, I went to the memorial for my friend Ruth Madoc. Lowry, the daughter, Reese, they asked me if I would say something because I knew her from, the early days. We started together in a series called Bear Nessa, which was in Welsh. And we couldn't speak Welsh at the time, so that was good, wasn't it? We had to learn it later. So I spoke about the early days where I'd met her on Broadway, Cardiff, not New York.
If you can make it there, you'll make it anywhere.
You'll make it anywhere. So I just spoke about personal things. I'd stayed with her when I was I was doing a gig in Northampton, and she was living in St Albans at the time. And I couldn't find any digs. So the MD said, you come and stay with me if you want. And I didn't know he was in the middle of an acrimonious divorce. His wife she wasn't too happy bringing some random turn home at 1:30 in the morning. So there was murders going on. So I rang Ruth. She said, come and stay with me, she said. Wow. And she was heavily pregnant at the time with Reese. Wow. And I turned up at the house. I can see her now. She's hanging out the window in a beautiful white flowing maternity dress, baby bump stuck on the windowsill, and she starts singing at the top of her voice, "Do be they think one win it," which is one of the songs we sang in that show.
And where? So,
it was a good day.
Where was it, and who was there with you?
It was in the Actors' Church in Covent Garden,
right?
And there was everybody there. I mean, the Mad Shally Maid was there. What's her name?
I know. I know the one. Sue Pollard.
They're quite irreverent. She was in church. She didn't care what she said. We had the Chalky male voice choir who were magnificent as usual.
Oh yeah.
There was another girl that was in Heidi Hyde with her. I don't know what part she played. I think she's one of the Bluecoats. She gave us a speech about Ruth's charitable work. And then, of course, that was it. And then we all had a drink. And there were people like Bobby Crush there. You know Bobby Crush?
Yeah.
He won Opportunity Knocks years ago.
Yes.
George of George and Mildred. Can't remember his name. He was there. Lots of people. Vicky Michelle from Hello. It was just full of people who'd worked with her and loved her,
Yeah, I suppose it showed what high esteem she was held in as an actress, and worked with so many different types of people as well.
It was packed. I mean, there was it was huge. It was a big church, and it was packed, and they were all loving it. I kept it light. I was talking about her when we met up and kept it light, but it was sad because she had a blood clot that went to a lung, and that was it, And she'd had the operation. Yeah. She'd come around. But like Reese said, she was sitting in an ambulance for 6 hours beforehand, so it could have been something to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I can't believe she's gone, really, because she was a bit younger than me, and, brings it home to you, doesn't it?
And, of course, we talked to her not that long before, didn't it, when she was telling us all those stories.
That's right.
Now then, before we talk about your next gig, let's talk about an older gig. I can see this poster behind you. 6th, 7th, and 8th of October. Is it coming up, or has it been?
That was in 1966.
1966. The Regal Theatre in Llanelli.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what happened was Dorothy had been down doing some gigs for my father. Actually, she rang my old man, asked her to get her some clubs because she wanted some money. Because it was the period when she just... Well, Roger had gone, but she was not skint, but she didn't have much work. Mm-hmm. So the old man got her some gigs. And with the money, she hired this Regal place and got Decca to make a live album. Right. And she recorded it on that stage, and it sold quite well. So she thought to herself, well, I'll do this again. I'll do the Palladium next time. We all thought she was nuts. But she did the Palladium, and as you know, it was a sellout.
Yeah.
And that brought her back to the public,
Yeah, and looking down the bill, so it's Dorothy Squires, the Dorothy Squires recording show.
What is it?
Johnny Tudor, he's
Johnny
there.
Tudor,
second
some bloke I don't know yet. The Gibsons, they were a group, a three-part harmony. I don't know the London Airs were. I can't remember. And then
Simon Oates.
Well, Simon Oates was quite a well-known actor in the 60s and 70s. He used to do things like The Saint, and he was in Doom Watch. He was a good-looking, tall guy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he compared the show at the Palladium, funny enough. When we did the Palladium. The first one. Second one was Pete Murray did it.
Oh, well. All right, so
I did it twice.
that's 1966, but you're still working. Now tell us about the next gig you've got coming up. Where is it, and what's going to be going on with it?
Right. Well, it's at the Norwegian Church in Cardiff Bay, and I've been asked to do an evening with.
Right.
There's a company called Adlib are putting it on.
Right.
Which is Ian Rees and
Phil Harris. Phil Harris.
Yeah. And they do quite a few of these. They get like rugby players and whatever, you know. I think last week they did one with what's her name? You know what? I can't think straight today. I'm tired. So they've asked me to do an evening with. So basically, I'll be on the stage talking to them about my career,
right?
Interspersed with songs and dances, and it'll be just a fun evening, you know.
Yeah, lovely.
So, you know, I've been trying to write down things in order, things I've done. I keep forgetting so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in show business 60 years.
Yes.
My first summer season, professional, was 1963.
Yes.
Skegness Butlins.
I just spent some days with some old university friends. In fact, friends I haven't seen for maybe 10, 20, maybe even 40 years, and it's been great. And all of them were great successes. You know, they're captains of industry, and they've been very successful career. But the thing is, even though my career has been up and down, they still quite enjoy hearing the stories, because we might not have collected. I don't know about you, Johnny. Maybe we did collect millions, but we've collected stories along the way, haven't we?
Oh, not half. That's the thing. And when you try to remember it in order, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I got a load of diaries here, and I'm going through stuff. I forgot. I went to Nairobi and did a month in the Intercontinental. You know what I mean? I mean, I've done some really weird gigs when I think about it.
Yeah, we or maybe not talk about those. But you know, the funny, because my dad kept the diary when because it's 50 years.
Yeah.
Coming up to my 50th anniversary of me signing the Elton John and all that palaver. And my dad kept the diary, and it is lovely seeing it from his perspective. You know, my first big break on the John Peel show. Do you know what the big heading on that day was? July the 17th. Do you know the heading?
What, in your father's diary?
My father's diary, yeah. First tomatoes of the season. In big letters and a little star either side.
What do you say? I'll never top the bill.
Yeah. So tickets available for the gig at the Norwegian Church?
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I mean, I've got a poster somewhere. Where's the poster gone? Hang on. I'll see if I can find it on my phone.
Let's have a little look, yeah.
They can.
And what's the date? What's the date for it?
The date is the 12th of October.
12th of October.
For 3 weeks.
Oh, right.
Hang on, let me see if I can find it now. I'm here somewhere. Where are you, Bert? You're here somewhere.
Because I'm on the 3rd of October. My 50th golden jubilee.
You're a youngster. You're 50 years. I'm 60.
Just a kid. 3rd of October. Still some tickets available.
See, that's me and what's the name
of
the dude?
Sue Pollard. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Any other pictures you can show us from that? Who else is in it? Let's have a look at them.
That's lovely. That's Ruth's lovely daughter.
Ah, beautiful. What a great church as well, Johnny.
And that's me with a big picture of Ruth.
And it's the Actors' Church. Is that what you called it?
They call it the Actors' Church. I'm not sure of the proper name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some things.
Yeah.
And who else have we got here? Oh, do you know what? This girl here.
Yeah, so look. She
was in my very first summer season in 1966, I think that was, or 65, down in Clacton, and she looks fantastic. She must be in her 70s. She was a 16 or 17-year-old dancer at the time. And she said, Johnny, I haven't seen you since you're... Unbelievable, the people you bump into in show business.
Yeah, and they still remember.
It's like a club, isn't it?
It is, and you know that it's lovely that they still remember you fondly, Johnny. You know, because a lot of people who worked with people 60 years old couldn't stand their guts. So it's nice that you remember. It says a lot about you that they remember you fondly. That's great. You didn't find the poster, did you? That's what you're looking for.
I was looking for the poster
in the gig.
Hang on,
in the meantime, let me just tell you, Malp opened the Jacks, a Golden Jubilee Party, 3rd of October, Swansea Grand Theatre. It's going to be great now. We've got some special guests.
And the
Jacks. We did our first gig the other day, Johnny, in 20 years at the Built Wells Royal Welsh Show for the Diocese of Swansea and Brecon. And it was just like putting on an old shoe. Didn't fit very well, and I left limping and with pain. No, it was great.
Was it pinching?
Pinching there. No, they were great. It was just like...
Well, I'm looking for this.
Come on,
this
man. It's got to be there
Where am
somewhere.
I?
Johnny
You know what?
Tuesday.
Phones drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I hate these things.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, there it is.
There we are. Right. Hold it right up to the camera now so
Ah.
everybody can have a quick look. Johnny Tudor. There we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we can see that. Oh, that's better. That's better. Yes, coming in an evening of song and dance, October the 12th. Tickets available. Great. Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Book now to avoid
Disappointment.
disappointment.
Yes, right.
As they say. How are the tickets going for your gig?
Good. Yeah, we're actually, it's looking like it's on its way to being, I mean, don't count your chickens, we've still got 2 weeks today, but yeah, I think it's going to look very full if it carries on the way it's
Very
gone.
good.
So I'm very pleased about that. And obviously you're coming down, we still haven't decided what you're going to do yet. We'll have to think about that.
I'll do whatever you like.
Do whatever I like.
I'll sing, I'll dance.
Sell the ice
I'll
creams.
tell them a joke.
Yeah.
And as long as I can bring my backing tracks, because I haven't got a band these days.
All right, well, we must talk about that, but you've got plenty on your plate as well. Lovely to speak to you. I'm glad we're back up and running. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
And it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him.
Cheers, bye.